Day one of the 2025 NBA playoffs just ended last night, and I'm going to go recap over every single game that took place. Starting off with this game, the first game that took place, the Indiana Pacers versus the Milwaukee Bucks. First of all, Kyle Kuzma, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. You put up a Tony Snell performance in this game as you pretty much played 22 minutes in this one, didn't record a single stat sheet, you got some cardio in, having a Tony Snell type of performance in this game. Get ready to learn Chinese. Giannis, though, had himself a Superman performance like I said he was going to have in these playoffs. But besides him, nobody for the Bucks played well. The Pacers ended up winning this game 117-98 as they take a 1-0 series in this lead. Pacers player of the game, Pascal Siakam with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, made 3 threes. Siakam showed up and showed out in this game. Siakam has been playing great in that playoff game. He's had some good games in the playoffs with the Pacers, especially Game 1 and Game 2 last year against the Bucks. So Siakam has showed up against the Bucks a lot of times in the playoffs, especially during his Raptors days in the championship run. So I got to give Siakam his flowers here. Following up, we got a good overtime thriller as the Los Angeles Clippers ended up facing off against the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets win the game in overtime, 112-110. For the Clippers, though, James Harden did lead the way with 32 points, and Kawhi and Zubac also had some really solid games in this one. But for Denver, Jokic led the way with 29 points. Aaron Gordon showed up with 25 points. He had a good game. Russell Westbrook, I'm going to give him his flowers here. He was clutch in overtime after selling at the end of the fourth. So Westbrook was clutch. He couldn't get a shot up at the end of regulation, but he redeemed himself with some defense in overtime. MPJ is still pretty bad, though. I'm high on my MPJ prediction. Then we had another anticlimactic game following up with that one as the New York Knicks get the job done against the Detroit Pistons. Tobias Harris, he actually had a good game in this one, but the Knicks, that 21-0 run in the fourth quarter, won them that game. Payne had a good game off the bench. But it was the Knicks' big three that showed up in this one as OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, and Jalen Brunson combined for 80 points. Brunson ended up having 34 of the points out of the 80. So those three showed up as the Knicks came back and won this game. Finally, this game that happened, I don't really want to talk about it, but I will. The Timberwolves dominated the Lakers, 117-95. Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid could not miss from the three-point line. The Lakers gave up way too many open threes. Luka did have 37 points, so he showed up. The rest of the guys, nobody else had over 20, but Luka showed up with a 37-point game. And I saw Anthony Edwards talking smack to Luka with that spiderweb celebration. This looks like it's going to be another everybody acting tough when they're up. The Lakers are going to bounce back and win Game 2. Looks like the Minnesota Timberwolves, everybody acting tough when they're up. Lakers are going to bounce back in Game 2 and tie up the series.